everyone, let's see this problem min steps in infinite grid from Interviewbit. So in this problem we are given some points and we have to travel those points in the following fashion. So if we are at a point, we can travel either horizontally or vertically or diagonally in all the four directions. So let's see an example to clarify the question. Let's take this example and we have to travel these points in the following way: x1, then x2, then x3, and so on. So if we are at x1, we have to travel at x2 in minimum number of steps. So how can we do that? Let's try to figure it out. Let's say we just first go horizontally, that is 1 and 2 steps, and then we go vertically down. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 steps. So that makes it 7 steps. But this is not the minimum steps that we can take from x1 to x2. The minimum steps that we can take is if we first go diagonally down first and then vertically down, followed by that. So if we go like this, x1, and then in this position, and then this position, and then vertically down like this. So in this way we are actually traversing in the minimum steps. Now let's see the minimum number of steps from x2 to x3. So how can we traverse from x2 to x3 in minimum steps is if we first traverse diagonally right. So from this position we go to this position and then we go up followed by that. So this takes two number of steps to traverse from x2 to x3. So we can clearly see from these two examples, that is from x1 to x2 and x2 to x3, that the minimum number of steps to reach from one point to another is equal to the maximum of absolute difference between x coordinates and the y coordinates. So for example, if we take that x1 is at 0, 0 coordinate, it is clearly visible that x2 is at 2, minus 5 coordinates. So 2 representing the x coordinate and minus 5 representing the y coordinate. So we can clearly see that the difference between the x coordinates is equal to 2 and the absolute difference between the y coordinates is equal to 5, and we calculated the number of steps to traverse from x1 to x2 equal to 5. So how do we traverse? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Similarly, we can verify this with all the other points given in the example. Now let's see the code to this problem. So let's take a variable answer and initialize it to 0. Now we traverse from the first point. Let's traverse from the second point. So I is equal to 1. The index is 0 based. So we traverse from one position and I is less than a dot size I plus plus. So we traverse till the end of the array and we just add number of steps for each pair of points that are adjacent. So according to our solution, answer should be added with maximum of absolute difference between the x coordinates. So absolute difference between x coordinates is ai minus 1 and absolute difference between bi and bi minus 1. Okay, so this is our solution. Let's try to run it. Okay, the solution got accepted, and thanks for watching.